Oh, I always brush the irons between every shot and after every round.
And always brush the teeth every other day or so when it starts to get kind of...
Honey, the dishwasher is free now. I just finished washing my Vice Pro Plus balls.
Oh my gosh, what does that smell? It smells like old bread. Oh, that's me. Gotta start soaping the scrub.
Wait, I know the glove pocket is over here. To put that right here.
Let's start packing. Grab this, throw it in my suitcase. I got some underwear around here somewhere. You know what? I'm already wearing a pair. That's fine.
You want to play right now? I can do it. Because this pride and joy right here is in the trunk of my car, 24/7, 365.
Calm down. So I forgot the anniversary 3 years in a row. I'm not a superhero. I can't keep track of everything.
Oh my gosh, the cover's not all the way. Always put the cover on. Babe, wait, no. Grab your little happy helmet.
It'll be fine. It's okay.
Do you want another kid?
I'll pull out my 3-wood, okay?
More like a 2 hybrid.
Hey, I'm more loft than that.
We are back and Gypsy Rose is free and the Golden Globes happened. Lot to talk about this week. Gypsy Rose, I think she should be free. She's innocent.
I think so, but I'm biased because she's also from Springfield, Missouri. So I'm just looking out for one of my classmates.
Which we have a show at. And I mean, I can't wait to get there. I might just throw out my act and just be like, can we just sit down and talk about Gypsy? Y'all seen her? She around town?
Did she go to your school, Jake?
Yes, she was
Went
the
to prom
year
with her.
below me. Yeah. So I was fortunate enough to take her to prom. And her mom was hovering around.
Yeah,
her
it's
mom
weird. Everyone thought it was so kind. He took the girl in a wheelchair to the prom.
Mm-hmm.
But it was her mom was poisoning her. That's crazy.
She did not go to my high school. I didn't know about her until an hour ago.
So sad when those really. I've joked with Katie. I was like, "You're low key. You kind of want." She kind of wants her like when I am or when Thomas were a little under the weather. You can see how women have. You know when you watch like a serial killer documentary and you're like, "Of course I would never do this," but there's a tiny bit of you like, "But there's a few people I'd like to kind of." So you could see how that's the same with this. I think mothers look at their kids like when they're a little, like when I'm a little sad and sick, I can tell there's a little twinkle in her eye. She's like, yeah.
I get to take care of them now.
Yeah.
You need me now.
Yeah, you need me, don't you?
I think it's just because you're like you're not as much when you're sick. It's kind of just like, it's just kind of like.
A nice break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That too.
I'll just lay here for a little while.
It's like a puppy when he first wakes up. You're like, oh, I can actually pet him. He's not chewing on the shoes finally.
Yes.
This is when he's the best.
We're back, Correct Opinions, in Springfield. So hopefully we can run into Gypsy. We need to get her to the show. And then Arkansas, sold out. Oklahoma City, almost sold out. And then up to Michigan later this year. Eau Claire, Wisconsin, home of Bon Iver.
Oh, I thought you were going to say bone-in chicken wings. At first, I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If that's how you say that, Bon Iver?
Yes, Katie. You think it's Bon Iver?
Yeah, I do.
Can you imagine? Up to Harris, Michigan. It's going to be great. So kick back, relax, give us 5 stars. Enjoy this episode. Correct Opinions. Roll music. Correct Opinions. Correct Opinions. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp, and wow, New Year's resolutions are so over the top. Oh yeah, I'm gonna run a mile every day.
I'm not gonna eat all year.
Yeah, I'm gonna fast for 2024. Ditch all those, you guys. Realistic and quality resolutions, like getting your mind right. Therapy can help you do that. Helps you find your strengths so you can ditch the extreme resolutions and make changes that really stick. I've done therapy, really helped me out. And if you're thinking of giving therapy a try, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge.
We consider, or we suggest that all of you consider
speech therapy. That could be good. But I think what's even better is brain therapy. Celebrate the progress you've already made. Visit betterhelp.com/correct today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/correct.
Consider.
You know what I ship?
Taylor and Travis.
Yeah. Also ship merch.
Oh.
And I'm trying to find a way to always make that more profitable. Make sure we can get the recties their merch or whoever else. And ShipStation can help increase your profitability by automating your workflow and keeping those costs down. They have industry-leading discounts, up to 89% off USPS and UPS rates. Jake and I love ShipStation. It's changed the game for us. They have enterprise solutions that reduce warehouse costs and improve profitability. And ShipStation's robust automations and reporting make scaling easy. So as your business grows, you can save thousands on shipping costs.
That's right. Simplify, automate, business words like that. ShipStation can help you also
Synergize.
use words like that. Yeah, they'll help you with all that. Use promo code Trey today at ShipStation.com to sign up for your free 30-day trial. Make this year your most profitable one yet with ShipStation. That's ShipStation.com, promo code Trey.
New year, new me. Your boy's getting in shape. I put a little weight on in the tour of life. Also, my wife, she's breastfeeding. She eats like a cow to feed this child, and I just joined her. No more of that. I'm getting better. I'm getting in shape, and Fitbod app has changed the game for me. I never knew what to do with workouts. I'm on the road. What do? I do more burpees. It's awful. But this app creates a personalized workout routine based on your goals, fitness level, and available equipment. It tracks your muscle recovery, adapts as you improve, and you can learn new movements the right way with over 1,000 demonstration videos. Fitbod app has changed the game for me. I've loved using it in the week or two I have. Y'all are going to love it too. Show up and let Fitbod handle the rest. Join Fitbod today to get your personalized workout plan. Get 25% off your subscription or try the app free at fitbod.me/Trey. That's fitbod.me/Trey.
We should get Gypsy Rose to the show tomorrow night if we can. And I'm willing to, this is my hometown show. I got a lot of family, grandparents, friends coming. If my grandma needs to stay at home for Gypsy Rose to be there, that's fine with me.
That's good to know. In case we do sell it out, we need a spot.
Yes.
Grandma Triple will stay back. I'll give Gypsy, I don't know, she only follows 69 people.
Really?
Dude, she's gained 1 million followers since I looked a few days ago. This is unbelievable. Well, I'll shoot her DM right now. Gypsy Rose Blanchard Anderson. Gypsy. Does she?
Gyps.
Gyps.
Hey, Gyps.
Hey, Gyps. Hey, Gyps.
I feel like this is going to be a little bit like it's going to be over in like a week.
Yeah, we got to strike now.
Yeah.
This is like when Mason Ramsey was yodeling in Walmart.
Yes.
Remember you and we Googled the Walmart. It's about 5 hours from here. I was like, do we get in the car right now? And we thought about it.
Yeah, that was a good era. That was back when we were making squirrels be like, anything. It was, nothing was off the table at that point. It was a good era. What are you sending her?
Hey, Gyps, I have a show in Springfield this Thursday, and if you want tickets, you can have as many as you want. And your mom gets none.
Good.
You said Gyps? Is that a name she likes to go by?
And none for your mom. Do you think she has a good sense of humor?
I don't. She's not someone who I would want to make mad, if that's what you were wondering.
Just don't get her sick. That's when she gets angry.
Yeah. Ooh, maybe. Yeah. Should I put I'm vaccinated?
So she knows that she knows you care.
I care. Partly.
Kinda.
I had one booster because I wanted to go to Italy. That is funny. The whole vaccine stuff. Should you get one? Should you not get one? It's like, hey, to go to Italy, you have to get one. I'll put anything in my body if I have to go to Amalfi Coast.
Yeah, we're out in Italy. Lake Como? Yeah, 2 boosters.
Sure. I'll do Johnson & Johnson. Bring that back off the shelves.
Do you want to give some context to who Gypsy Rose is for people who maybe don't know?
You guys, I hope you're looking it up if you don't know. Gypsy Rose, out of nowhere, she's the biggest star. She has 8 million Instagram followers and counting. Probably way more since this is out. And she had Munchausen by proxy. I'm butchering that. Munchausen by proxy. That weird situation where your mother is purposely like poisoning you or making you ill or making you think you're ill.
Yeah.
To just keep you under their care and control. And I guess it was very aggressive for him. Like this poor gypsy girl had a bad life. Got her boyfriend in on it to kill the mom to like free her of the situation. Of course, she goes to prison because you can't just kill people. But then they go to all the details. She's out of jail now. They're kind of like, well, that was so bad. Maybe it was justified.
Looks about 2 weeks ago. She got
new
released.
Boyfriend now, and they're so in love. He's supporting her. They're even in the comment section wiling out. Have you seen them on the caption? in the captions.
Where?
The captions.
Yeah, that's about one of the only things I've seen, and
he posted a
troublesome.
selfie, and top comment. She goes, "Ryan, don't listen to these haters. I love you and you love me. We don't owe anyone anything. Our family's who matters. If you get likes and good comments, great. If you get hate, then whatever, because they don't matter. I love you. I'm sorry, I'm struggling to read this because it's not the best grammar and punctuation.
All caps every
which
now
is
and then.
not her fault. I love you. Besides, they just jealous because you are rocking my world every night. Yeah, I said it. Some things I'm not going to repeat.
Something is fire.
Happy wife, happy life." And he comments, "Yeah, who said I give a dang about what these jealous people say? Now come here, baby." So they are
Come here, baby,
love.
on a comment.
Yeah.
Wait, did they meet in jail? Was he in jail? How else would they have met?
I don't know. Don't ask things I don't know. Okay, I'm not an expert quite yet.
Look it up. I'm
But
curious.
it's true love.
She's really ride or die.
We'll see if she responds. Let us know, Gyps.
That was funny, Derek. No one else caught that.
Ride or die. Yeah. So she's like becoming an influencer now. She's doing like outfits of the day and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Fire.
Looks like that's fun. They maybe met. He's a teacher from Louisiana. They met from him sending her letters.
There's a lot that you hear. Some people they be shooting their shots old school, like snail mail.
Postcards.
Yeah.
Pen pal postcards program.
Didn't get left on red. She wrote them back. Y'all ever written a prisoner?
Nope.
I did a little nonprofit thing once where like try to be friends with the prisoners. You write in. It's kind of weird. I don't know. They didn't write me back. They're probably like, "Why is this teenager writing me letters?"
You were a teenager.
Probably, yeah. Did you know why they were in jail?
Do they?
Just trying to collect teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Don't
gotta be
get
real
at me, man.
careful.
I don't think I
like-
had a good sport. I was a real razzer. Hope you're keeping good time in there, reading books. Don't try to get me. He didn't respond.
I'm guessing, I don't know how this nonprofit pen pal program worked, but I'm assuming they don't let you just write letters to any prisoner.
Right.
Like they don't let a 16-year-old girl write a letter to a guy who's in prison for
bad things.
bad things to 16-year-old girls.
Yeah.
I mean, what's that going to do to his rehabilitation?
Probably not. Probably not.
No, I think it's okay if you write to him.
Right.
Say,
I'm a
hey,
man.
you
That
got to
is
get
an-
down to Edmond North.
That is an interesting program in general, I would say.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. I've heard of writing letters to Santa, but never prisoners.
It's a dangerous one. You gotta. That's why it's so generous, because you're risking your life.
Yeah. The real risky people write their name and address.
Yeah, I
Their
was gonna
actual
say.
address on it.
I'd put my routing number on there.
If you can
Trust
figure
her.
it out, you can have it.
Yeah. You just got to figure out the account number. You got the routing. So best of luck to Gypsy. We'll hopefully see you in Springfield. And then we're going up to the Michigan. We have a fun comment for someone coming to the Harris, Michigan show.
Okay.
One of them. We have 2 shows up there. Harris, Michigan's in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And Tasha writes in, if you want to write us, hit our email, correct@TreyKinney.com. Hey, Trey, Katie, Jake, and Derek.
Hey,
I just wanted to write and say that I'm excited for your show in Harris, Michigan. I cannot believe you guys are coming here. Harris has the casino and a gas station with a dispensary connected, and that is it.
Oh, wow.
So you'll probably have to come into town if you're looking for even a McDonald's. My husband, mom, sister, and I were at your show in Green Bay a year or 2 ago, and we've never laughed so hard in our life.
Cool.
So we're so excited you're coming up to the UP. We have 8 people going, and hope you enjoy your time as an honorary Youper.
That is crazy that we're doing 2 shows in this town. I just looked up the population as 1,900 people. That's smaller than Stratford.
It's just the casino there. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
What is the closest town? Like, what is the closest city?
She said the town is Escanaba. Go on into Escanaba.
The big town of Escanaba. That's where you go. Yeah, I'm looking at the Upper Peninsula right now, and I haven't heard of any of these.
It's great. So excited.
Yeah, Green Bay's up there, I
Come
guess.
on out. I can't believe it's a casino. So for those let you in on the casino, you know, they just pay you to come out and do their casino there. So you still sell tickets, but I'm just getting a check.
You don't
And
care
you
who
just-
shows up.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. But we're selling some tickets in Harris, Michigan. I'm just thinking like it's middle of nowhere. I don't know. They're just going to have their locals come to the show. But shout out to the Youpers.
Should we go? It's right nearby. Should we go to the Hiawatha National Forest? It's going to be mid-January.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm fingers crossed we hit a polar vortex up there. A little negative 20.
I
cool.
don't want that to happen.
You know, I do have that weekend kind of circled on my calendar mentally because right now, Rachel and I, we're running a mile every day. I think I talked
Still
about it
going.
last week.
Oh, yeah.
And right now in Kid City, you know, it's been like high 20s, low 30s every day. It's really not that bad. Once you get moving, I mean, it's really not that cold.
No, people don't get this. Running in the cold is better.
It's really not
I
that
would
bad.
much rather run when it's 28 than when it's 88.
I put on like 2 layers. That's it. Like
I
you
disagree.
just run in a hoodie, you're fine. 100 yards in, you're warm. But when we're looking at like Upper Michigan, I'm like, this could be miserable. I might need to like attach a sled to me.
You legit.
That's what I'm talking about.
Are you
Like,
dedicated? If it's -8,
That's what I'm talking about.
You're doing it.
I mean,
you use a treadmill?
yes. So I think that's
Okay.
an option too.
Okay.
Like try to find a local gym or something. But that's where it's
Casino
gonna
has
get.
a gym.
Yeah.
Hopefully, casinos have gyms. Yeah, they want you to never leave that place.
If nothing else, I'm just the guy doing circles around the slot machines.
That's exactly. I was like, casinos
9 laps
usually
is a
have some
mile.
good floor space. You can
Does
just kind
walking
of.
count, or it has to be a run?
I think ideally, you know, we should, as long as we're not injured, Rachel and I are going to try and run it.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, you could run in place for 10 minutes. Would your iWatch, Apple Watch, register that?
Yeah, like I'm like to start a workout. It's like, okay, pickleball, outdoor run, indoor walk. It's like, where's run in place? Can you
Yeah.
just like, my strides are like 3 feet. So just imagine it.
I had a lot of comments interested on my fast, my 73-day fast.
yeah.
Sad to report, we did not make it.
3 days, 14 hours.
Yeah,
Fast.
I made it 42 hours.
Pretty good.
So we'll improve. I
I mean, he got
Well-
to the point where he could barely even think.
so I
He was getting-
first 36 hours, I'm grooving. You're hungry, of course. I'm just hitting water and maybe a black coffee. We're good. And then I hit a wall. It was mid-afternoon on day 2, and it just got to the point where I realized I'm either gonna get nothing done for the next 30 hours, or I just need to eat. And
You
it's
just ran
like-
out of energy and calories.
Yeah.
And
mentally, I couldn't do anything but think of food, which is why it's like
he
this
was
weird.
just he was just
like,
on his phone
ancient-
watching food TikToks.
It was actually a crazy sensation because I'm like trying to like be creative or write that or do work, and I'm just sitting there dreaming of like, man, here Friday morning I'm gonna have like this, I'm gonna eat that,
that's all you could think about.
and it just took over. And then I'm trying to get stuff done. Now we have a baby, and so I'm gonna work up to it. We're gonna do it. I didn't do it, but my another goal was sauna and cold plunge every day.
Yeah.
So we're going strong.
Yeah, no problem.
No
you
problem.
didn't do it that one day.
I didn't do that. Well, the day I was fasting, Katie
Yeah.
would kind of forbid it because she saw me. I was like, I'm kind of like dizzy and stuff. She's like,
I'm like,
you shouldn't go do that.
Do
I'm like,
not
"All
go
right."
sauna and
Don't go
cold
sweat
plunge.
a bunch of, like,
yeah.
There's crazy people. You hear this fast on TikTok, like I fasted for 7 days and every day I felt better. I just worked. There's no way you worked out. There's nothing in your body.
They're treating it like it's a runner's high. It's like
Yeah.
once you get past the 3rd day, you get a hunger high. It's really nice.
Yeah.
And I did watch
doctor that
videos.
did that.
Really?
Yeah, and like performing surgery or something like that while
Ooh,
on a 6-day
no,
fast.
Yeah,
It's
it's
insane.
Eat a Cliff Bar.
I actually knew some when I lived in LA. You really get to know some of those people that get really intense into that. This guy who did he would do like a 7-day fast and also get a colonic while on that. Do you guys know what that is?
Do we have to do that to Thomas?
Is that where you put
That
your
a
mouth on
suppository?
something? Oh, okay.
It's
I don't know what it is.
I'm probably gonna butcher what it is, but essentially they go in and flush out your colon. It's like a procedure kind of thing where
With
you
like
just
a brush?
yeah,
With a what?
With I think with water. They pump it through you.
I've heard of doing this
irrigate
more
you?
naturally,
Pretty much, yeah.
like a gut cleanse, like the right juices and everything, and
Yeah.
it gets everything out of you, like the lining of your stomach. It gets that
Yeah,
stuff. Like
this does that, but in 30 minutes. I heard of it first because apparently not models that I knew or whatever, but some girls would do that because you would get a flat stomach afterwards.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, they're doing too much out there.
Yeah. So
So yeah, we'll keep it up. See if you see Jake run around on the UP, say hello. Let's talk about the Golden Globes. They're still going. I don't even know what that is really. These awards, how many are there?
I don't know what the Golden Globes does or who it's for.
Anyway.
Not flat earthers.
But the big talk of the night, Taylor Swift, anything she does, it was going, this is what had me first notice it. She was going viral because the comedian host made a joke about her and she was like, new Taylor meme was birthed. But Jo Koy hosted and just absolutely bombed. I mean, oh my God, we were talking about this, and you see it. And Jo Koy is one of the biggest comedians in the world today. You've just arenas everywhere.
Yeah,
and he's coming to Kansas City soon.
Hey,
and he just very quickly. I think he came out and he's like, "Man, it's so excited to be here," and just nothing immediately.
Was he performing in Perth?
And nothing. And it just, you see, I don't know if the public could tell this, but just having been in the situation before, you just watch a comedian start to just kind of unravel up there. You could tell he's like, oh my gosh, I'm bombing. These people are giving me nothing. And there were some rough jokes, because I guess he got this gig a couple weeks ago. There's a couple good ones, but it did seem like they were particularly cruel to him. I mean, they're just...
Why did he get this gig a couple of weeks ago? I feel like this is like a big event. So
agreed. Well, apparently, a lot of people turn it down, and hosting something like that. It's kind of like the anthem we talked about.
Kind of a lose-lose.
High risk, no reward. Unless it's like the Ricky Gervais classic. But again, Ricky Gervais is the biggest comedian in the world, and like shows up. Everyone in the audience knows who he is and respects him. I think there's probably a lot of these Hollywood guys. They saw him walk up and they're like, "Who is this guy?
No, I don't care about this guy.
I don't care about this guy."
Yeah,
and when you're in a room with those type of people, it's not like your crowd, right? Where it's just like Joe Schmo, and you're like, "Look at this guy." You're like doing that to the most famous woman in the world. And she's like, I don't know who you are, dude. Margot Robbie. I mean, he was kind of a recipe for disaster for the poor guy.
What they need to do from now on is either get Kevin Hart or get, me or something, like someone that no one even has any idea.
And you just bomb, but it's like awesome. It's like, dude, I mean, that guy, they hated him, but this guy no one's heard of made fun of Taylor Swift like multiple times. That's why Ricky Gervais works. Well, number one, he's already that famous and he can say what he wants. But it was also so brutal that you just have to respect. I mean, he was just so mean to these people.
Yeah. Ricky Gervais wasn't really getting laughs. He was getting like, oh my gosh. Yeah, stop saying that. Quit mentioning Epstein. And that's why it was like, this is hilarious. No one's laughing. Jo Koy, I feel like it was not that way.
Yeah, that setting though, like you said, there's so many factors. That group of people, I also feel like if people are coming dressed in gowns and tuxedos, they're not really like letting loose. Like they're kind of like formally there.
They're not, and these people are big and bad and they're not like, oh, I can't wait for this guy to roast me.
Yeah.
I watched a clip of Trevor Noah, guys like that who host well. And they brought in like an actual real stand-up comedian who's used to just being the man and roasting people. It's awful. Trevor, I saw a clip of him like making fun of Taylor Swift, cute. This is the type of jokes that work when you're actually doing a good host. He goes, Taylor's music was streamed more than anyone out there, except for Southwest hold time music. He goes, I loved Anti-Hero. My auntie's also a hero.
Nice.
Love that song about ants being heroes. That's what works. Because then like your aunt,
you're not making fun of
your aunt Susan's watching. She's 70 and she's like, oh, that's hilarious.
Okay.
And Taylor Swift's like, that's cute. Yes, you acknowledge. Don't make fun of me. I'm the best.
Yeah,
that's what works. Like Jo Koy going out there with. I mean, they were still not great jokes, a lot of them, but
yeah. Which ones can you remember? I only saw the Taylor Swift joke.
Taylor Swift joke was just like. Well, he made fun of Oppenheimer for being too long, and Barbie, like, it was just a plastic doll with cellulite. So it did feel like it was written in a few days. I'm just,
it sounds like it was. That's...
Because he's so funny.
Yeah, that's brutal. It's unfortunate.
Maybe he was writing kind of like that. He's like, these jokes need to be, like, cuter and less. So he tried that, but it just didn't work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, he can't. That's not a set that he could go try at a comedy club.
Yeah,
like okay,
I thought
I'm just gonna envision
Margot
this.
Robbie's
I'm gonna envision this is Margot Robbie.
I guess you kind of, would you just go to like the Comedy Cellar in New York? Like, guys, I'm hosting soon. Just like pretend you're a group of A-list
You're Billie
actors.
Eilish. You're Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
You are. You're Asian.
Really
That's tough. Okay. You're me, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, it's tough to prepare for. And I bet in his head he thought like these are dumbed down jokes that are cute. And NFL game was right before this. The only difference between this and Golden Globes is the NFL game has more camera shots of Taylor Swift, and she just no one laughed. And then he's like, He said something like, sorry about that. He did that up there. Dude, when a comedian does that on stage, you're like, I was like, oh my gosh, dude, I've been there before. It's the worst.
If you apologize, you're like,
sorry about that.
Sorry about that. That's the worst, dude. But Jo Koy's hilarious. I love his stuff. And that.
You're a big fan of veneers, right? Is that why you like Jo Koy?
Good veneers. That was just done for. That was just awful. I couldn't believe it.
Okay, I feel like, do you guys think, because I feel like anything that Taylor Swift does, it becomes about her. And do you think she likes that? Or do you think she's kind of like, okay, can I just like go do something?
She seems fairly grounded for where she is. She's got to be feeling a little bit of like, can you just please let me sit here? I have to be here.
Right. Even like Emma Stone, who won an award, like I saw this clip of they're asking her afterwards, like, how did it feel to have Taylor Swift like cheering for you to win this?
Oh, wow.
It's like why is Taylor Swift even mentioned in that question? This is Emma Stone's moment to like, I don't know. I'm like, that it's just too much.
Out of control.
Yeah, it probably is bothersome to Taylor. Just like, can you just leave me out of headlines? If it's not directly about me, like just don't make me a part of it.
I'm sure, thankfully they're like friends. It's not like, you know, I don't know. I'm just like, it's too much. I mean, I say that, and I did buy a little baby onesie. We went to a first birthday yesterday, and it was a Chiefs-themed first birthday party.
I heard about this.
And the mom of the 1-year-old is a big Taylor Swift fan. It's a Chiefs party, so I did get the 1-year-old a onesie that's red and gold that said Team Taylor. So I did contribute to this phenomenon.
You're part of it.
Yeah, it's about her.
But it was cute.
Speaking of Emma Stone, this made me think. I feel like I saw something on YouTube. Have you guys seen this? Like, I think it's just the pilot or just the trailer. I don't know if they've made a whole show out of it, but it's Nathan Fielder, so the guy from Nathan For You, and Emma Stone are cast in this. Like, it's supposed to be like it's a parody of HGTV, where they go in and like flip a house and renovate it. But what they're doing is it's just showing them like gentrifying like a neighborhood, house by house. So they like kick out this like woman who like speaks Spanish and has had this house for like 80 years, and they get her this new house, and it's just it was unbelievable that it looks like a real show, but I never heard like if it's becoming a thing or not. But
maybe it was a little too real.
Yeah, maybe they're like, all right, not that funny. But
yeah, right.
Nathan Fielder and Emma Stone. It was hilarious.
Wow.
The thumbnail just looks perfect.
Wait, is it like they're doing it to real people, or the whole thing's a bit?
No, I think it's all like a scripted comedy. But yeah, all I saw was like a trailer or something somewhere. But yeah, it's good to see Emma Stone back out there.
Yeah, I don't. And you said, why is he booked only a couple weeks ago? I think because a lot of people turn it down because of that. It's just like, why?
It's just tough.
They probably don't. It's like the most famous people in the world asked to do it. There's no way they can pay him enough. They're like, why would I do this? If I do it really good, no one cares.
Okay, but still, it's a couple of weeks, like even if they had a bunch of people turned down 2 months ago, they should have been like, we just need to land on someone. I mean, that just feels like
Katie's like,
that just feels like really bad planning.
Someone over there is not doing their job.
Yeah, it feels like really bad planning.
What if they did have someone lined up and 2 weeks ago?
That's what
canceled?
I was wondering.
Is that okay?
Yes, I feel like that's more likely. That makes sense if someone canceled on them, but.
They should have called. You should have called me or Jake. We would have done a great job.
Oh, that'd be so great. Yeah, we're just making fun of the Hollywood elite, and they're like, "Who are you?" And I never tell them my name. Yeah. And that's the internet. Yeah. It's like,
I'm
is this guy?
Tell you. People are going to hate me after this.
Just try and figure it out. Yeah, you can ask the prisoner in Oklahoma City. He'll tell you. He's my best friend.
I do. It is tough. Those roasting the celebrities at those things. I feel like they're never. It's getting to the point now where. I think they used to be awesome, but have you, besides the Ricky Gervais one, which is just infamous because it was so off the wall, are there any good ones? They kind of show up and they're like, Leonardo DiCaprio's here with another young girl. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, your last one to expire, he treats them like fresh fruit. You know, that's probably a joke they've said.
Oppenheimer, I looked up, it was the new year. How long is that movie?
It kind of feels like they just need to not make fun of the people and just do like a funny comedy set. You know what I mean? Not
to show up to the Golden Globes like, is Starbucks ever gonna get it together?
Well, obviously you have to correlate it.
What is he talking about?
But I think it's still funny if you like made fun of like.
Just make fun of like the
adjacent
the marginalized actors.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys are better than those other ones.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Make fun of all the like C-listers
Yeah, people who couldn't make it
that couldn't be there.
or used to
yeah,
get
good
invited. Now they
yeah,
don't.
maybe like just the really old ones that
Smith.
can't come anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that died.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, they do them in memoriam. Just go through that list.
yeah, yeah.
God, I think it was old.
That should go. That would go better, I think. Yeah.
How are you feeling about performing again? I think it's been a while. Last time we performed was Australia, and we got a show this week.
Been a little while. I'm excited because, yeah, in a way, it feels like the Hawaii shows were fun. They felt a little like, not that the Australia shows were great and very much real shows, but it'll be nice to be back in the hometowns, where the people we really know and love all too well. My last 6 or 7 performances have been like, okay, oh wait, this place is new. Does this word make sense here? Which gets old. So now it'd be nice to know. You go to Springfield, like, I know what cashew chicken means around here.
Yeah. They know what thank you notes mean. That's going to be refreshing for you, I would imagine.
Yeah. Get that fired up.
7 straight shows of no one knowing what a thank you note is. It's like,
I'm very excited. How many friends and family come to the Springfield show?
A good amount. You know, my mom or dad, I feel like they text me every day, like, oh yeah, you know, Cheryl from the school back when you remember her back? She's coming. She texted me she's coming. So I think there's a lot of Stratford folks going to be there. I think grandparents still planning on making it. I might have said this last time we did a show there on the podcast, but my grandma triplets, her first job ever was at that theater selling popcorn.
Oh,
pretty cool.
wow.
There you go.
Yeah, she gets to come.
Cool.
That's
and
nice
see it.
too. I'm Oklahoma City, my hometown show, and yeah, around the corner is like a new cool Mexican restaurant, Barrio is what it's called.
Okay.
And that again, they're like, see that used to be an automotive shop, and your grandpa that was his first job working the auto shop. It's now
it's
you get
Barrios.
You get a wonderful margarita there with a kick.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah, you got to have a ton of people coming out.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Good amount. It'll be a lot of fun.
We're not doing the tower this time.
No,
right.
Criterion.
All right.
It's a good little new spot. Very excited. Yeah, I have a lot of people coming out. And it's funny. You said your old teacher. You know what makes you feel old? Recently, they're like, remember 3rd grade teacher? She died. Your teacher started dying. You're old.
I feel like on the opposite end of the spectrum, like I remember there was kids that were like the 4th grade manager when I was playing varsity basketball. They sit on the end of the bench. I don't even know what they do. They keep stats or something. Like they're having children now before me.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Holy cow. That happened quick.
That
I must have been watching
wild.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
That's why.
Ooh, just not even halfway through it. Would your, like this teacher's coming, like you would say hi type of teacher or no? Like what would your teachers think when they show up? Like, we always knew Jake was a real jokester, or are they surprised?
Good question. I saw my 4th grade teacher after our St. Louis show last year, and that was really fun to see him. But I don't think there was any, like, we always knew.
Okay.
Well, with the teachers, we talked. I don't think I was really much of a class clown.
Did you?
You weren't.
Not
really
even
in high school or anything?
I don't think
Just a
a
good
ton.
boy.
I was, the ultimate test is when you run into a classmate you haven't seen in a while. And like this happened a couple Christmases ago. I'm back in Stratford and I see an old classmate and she's married now. And so she's introducing me to her husband. And so I'm like, what's she gonna say here? And she was like, this is Jake Triplett. I remember back in high school. I'm like, oh yeah, what's it gonna be? He was the funniest guy. And she was like, we would cheat off of him. So I was like, oh, that's like your main memory of me. Was that I was like the studious one. Yeah, and I was generous. So I was like, I got it
just
done.
show up to like confront you. Like, I thought you'd do something better than this.
No NASA?
Yeah, no.
No Burns and
You're
Mac?
just being silly. There's no, you're not like creating.
Because you never did theater when we would ask you to.
Right.
Because you're all into sports. And look, you're not even playing sports. So why did, I don't get it. Yeah. So.
I definitely have a few. I'm very curious. I have a few teachers that probably were rooting for my downfall. So I'd love
It
to.
sounds like
talk
you
to them.
definitely did.
Dude, my head basketball coach, we just total enemies, and I started a parody Twitter account of him. That was, dude, I've tried so hard to find it and I can't. I bet Twitter must scrub accounts that are inactive for like a decade or something.
Really? You tried everything?
I think so.
What age were you?
I knew what it's called. This is like, I don't know, 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
And I would just tweet in his first person. You know, it was just horribly disrespectful, and it was funny though. It wasn't like that bad. I'm not like a
I was gonna
horrible
say
kid.
maybe,
but he was the type of guy who. Then I started hearing because I had stopped. I'd quit the basketball team. I didn't like the coach, and I would have played more, but I got injured. I was done. So I'm very proud of the decision. I was like, why am I practicing 3 hours a day? I'm never going to play this sport again. And I start this parody account, and like the guys on the team are loving it. And they start telling me like, coach is bringing guys into his office, like, tell me who's doing that. And they're like, and they all know, right? But they're good. They're like, he's like, is it Trey? And he just knew. And like, dude, I don't coach. I don't know. He's like, it is, isn't it? And
I'm like, it awesome. Shouldn't have been that much of a secret. It sounds like it was pretty obvious that.
Oh.
Man, I would have.
So that's
not
a guy
liked
who probably
school.
sees maybe a billboard in my face, and he's like, oh my God.
He's getting away with
no.
That's right, because Casey, your sister, is older than you, right? And she's
a year younger.
Oh, she was younger. Okay,
so she was the one.
When they got to her, they're like, "This is awesome." They're probably like, "This is so much better."
Poor her. Yeah, every time she got, she's like, "What?" They're like, "What?" Because she was the absolute perfect straight A student.
Yeah.
Man,
I feel like if you were talk to my college professors, they would probably say, because I think the SBU administration did not like me because I was doing something like that too.
You started getting out of the shell a little bit.
Yeah, like I started, multiple like parody Twitter accounts. I was doing all this, and they thought that just social media in general was the devil himself.
That was early Christian. They loved that. There's like a whole. I remember buddies like, I read this book on like 10 reasons why your phone is evil or something. I remember I went to like a Bible study, and it was like actively like making a living off my phone, and they're just like, we need to get you on a schedule to like not look at your phone for days on end.
Like, so we're all good. 30-day fast.
You get how this works.
Hold on,
I'm fine.
I got a cameo request. I got to pop out and do this right now. Yeah, I got asked to do a little keynote talk. It's not really comedy. It's like supposed to be like a more serious talk at SBU. You better believe I'm bringing up some of the negative stuff they said about me back in the day. Like, they can't stop what I say.
That's nice.
Wow.
The only C I ever got was in social media marketing in that school's class.
Look at you now.
Wow.
Yeah. I got called into the dean of something's office, and he was like, "What is this you're posting online? You're always just posting stuff. It's not funny. You just need to stop." And I was like, "I'm a student. Why are you bullying me?"
Yeah, what do you mean?
You get paid by the school.
At this.
Yeah. He legitimately called me in his office to tell me I wasn't funny. I was like, all right.
Why are you bullying me?
Yeah, you work here. I'm a junior. I barely know my major. Let me tweet.
Wow.
So I'm excited to bring that back up.
Good. Well, yeah, inspire
Sounds
the kids.
like they will definitely ask you back.
Yes. Yeah, they're going to love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jake just goes on just a
rant, and they're just like,
tirade.
Okay.
He just goes to like Christian school after Christian school, and there just starts email like, "Do not hire this guy.
Yeah.
He's got dirt on everybody."
Rogue Christian comedian.
Do you think Thomas will be more like me or you in school, Trey?
In school?
Yeah.
Can you tell already what he's gonna do?
I'm really. It depends.
It will
on the
be
day.
interesting to see what he's
Some
like.
days I'm like, oh man, he's crazy. He's gonna be. But then other days he's just like a sweet little.
I imagine it'll
tell.
surprise us. I think it's easy as parents. You're like, he's got to be one or the other. But
I
think
really hope he's like me in school.
he's
Based off of the
It'll be like
stories.
something totally different. He might be like, one of your uncles.
Yeah. Which one? We have studious, artsy. We have.
How many uncles do you have? Oh, you have like several, don't you?
Yeah.
You got extended half uncles and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you call them? Does that? Because your dad's half brother. So would you be like, "Hey, half uncle, it's half Uncle Benny"?
No, I call him my
Would you
uncle.
say that?
No.
Half
Well, that's
uncle.
not- yeah.
He's my
Half uncle.
uncle. Yeah.
It's my half uncle. Let's continue on. Speaking of people like calling not funny or whatever, it made me think of the Jo Koy situation or the Cat Williams interview that's everywhere.
Yeah.
Him blasting people.
Yeah.
He's talking to Shannon Sharp, who's like a legendary football player. Like, athletes have it so good because if you're good at sports, it's very objective. Look at the stats.
I see what you're saying.
Travis Kelce's good tight end. No one can argue that.
He's not really my cup of tea. Like, you could say that in any kind of like creative art.
But Jo Koy, who literally sells like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of tickets and is a huge comedian, now has however many of these people being like, this guy is not funny in any way. He sucks. And that's so brutal. The Cat Williams interview.
Point.
I mean, have you watched much of that?
Little bits and pieces. I saw a clip come on my Facebook feed, which the comments on Facebook are going to be great. It's just boomers being like, "Hey, Shannon, let your ankles breathe a bit," because he's wearing joggers that are like tapered at the bottom. That was like the top comment. It's like, oh my gosh, I gotta delete Facebook. This is so bad.
You need a boot cut. He ranted like how roasted messing Kevin Hart's part of the Illuminati.
Yeah,
and I think a bazillion people were like, "Yeah, Kevin Hart's not funny at all. Cat Williams is better." It's just like, God, it never ends.
Did you see Cat Williams said whatever age he was at when he was 7 years old, he read 3,000 books that year? Did you see that part?
I mean, he's a lunatic.
Yeah.
He is hilarious. I mean, it was very entertaining to hear him talk. But we are in a weird day and age right now where it's kind of like the Trump phenomenon, where it's like if you get up on stage and you say things with more confidence than anyone's ever witnessed, and you're like funny and charismatic,
it'll make headlines.
You just believe. And you part of it. You start to listen. You're like, yeah, you do. I believe in the Illuminati. You're like, wait a second. He's just really articulate and funny.
That's how cults are formed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
we're all
truly,
in a cult. Yeah.
It's like advertising. It's the neutral ones you forget about. Be really good or really bad, and that's what's memorable. Like if you got the platform, go one way or the other.
But 3,000 books. When I was in, I think it said on this podcast, I won a book reading contest because I read 650 books in a summer.
Congrats.
Again, I think it's like I was 7, so I didn't really know what I was doing, and you just go get. I remember going to the library and I'd scour,
books.
And I'd scour for the shortest books.
Yeah.
And you ever seen Derek, Google fastest reader alive. You ever seen that clip?
No, I can't wait to see it though. The fastest anything's hilarious. You seen the fastest clapper? You see what he does?
Fastest reader.
Doing this basically.
Oh yeah. Here, I'll send it to you, Derek.
The fastest anything is always hilarious.
It's on like a Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
You got it here?
Yeah.
He like wets his fingers. Do you see it? It's a 20-second video.
Before he gets reading.
I got a 6-minute video of it.
No, that's not fast at all. This guy's way faster.
I mean, he reads 10 books in the 6 minutes.
So, Cat Williams, I was on pace for 2,500 books.
That's true. I'd love to see you guys in a room together and read off.
But again, I'm saying that telling you that's obviously I cheated or whatever. He's saying it like I'm that smart. I literally
you've seen Thomas's books. You could read 100 of those in a day.
That's true. I've read 75 books this year.
Right. So I mean,
good.
That's good to think about.
Sorry to verify. Oh my gosh.
This is Cat Williams as a 7-year-old. Did you see the clip of him running?
No, didn't see that.
I'll have Derek pull that up too.
Of Cat Williams running?
Yeah, of course. You just gotta watch it.
Is he not super athletic?
Well, he thinks he is. Oh, here we go. Fast reader live. He's reading out loud.
Okay, well.
Okay, that's it.
I don't believe that.
He read that was a whole book he recited.
He was flipping like 4 pages at once.
The soap?
Yeah, you need it. Yeah, he read that whole book.
Yeah, what? That is...
That's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
That's Cat Williams as a child. Just book after book after book.
You know what it sounds like? Is going to be a specific reference here. Bruce Almighty, Jim Carrey is God, and he voices the voice of Steve Carell when he's the news anchor, and he takes control of him. And he's sitting at the anchor, and he's like, yeah, exactly. The prime minister, like that's the fastest reader. It's the exact same sound.
Wow.
He can't simply lick his finger. He needs fat. He needs a higher performance.
Not enough saliva. He needs a little more.
This is Cat Williams. The caption says this was him at 2 a.m. with regular street clothes. Different, well-oiled machine. Does he look fast? I think you could beat him in a foot race.
We never raced.
Yeah, I forgot. We talked about that. We got a race.
Wow.
Gotta come up to the UP.
I was thinking about that recently. I was like, I was supposed to race someone because you see that clip of the. Okay, it was a girl whose boyfriend's friend bet her he could beat her in a 200-meter race, and she like runs track in the 200-meter. Did you see this clip? And she smoked him. Maybe it was 400.
Yeah.
And anyway, it got me thinking. I was like, I was supposed to race someone. Who was it? It was you.
Yeah. Trey's wife. 4.47. That's the cherry on top of the video. I mean, he's what is he, 50-year-old man? He's moving pretty good.
He is moving pretty fast.
It's funny to show that time because we have no reference of like how fast should you run the length of a basketball court.
Yeah, a basketball court's like 30 yards, so I think he'd run the 40 in like 6.2 seconds. Actually, I don't know why you'd show us that. That is hilarious, just to run a random distance and be like 5.8 seconds. Look.
I mean, he was moving. I think
Pretty
he
good.
might beat you.
No.
Oh, yeah.
That's one thing I'm confident in. If one day they ever get like a comedian's like athletic thing,
We've talked about that before.
I feel good about it.
2-on-2
I mean,
basketball.
those
Your
guys
wife
never-
can almost beat you in a foot race, though.
Well, you're a freak.
Oh.
You're 6'6", 120.
It's easy to go fast when you're that light and tall.
That's very true.
Yeah, indoors.
No, I mean, you'd be shocked at how nerdy these comedians will be athletically. So I feel good.
We got to set that up.
That sounds like a good TV show.
That would
All
be
I'm
awesome.
saying is I'm pretty pleased with our current level of comedian status over here. No one's calling me out on a podcast that gets 50 million views. I'm not bombing in front of Margot Robbie. I don't know if you want to get that high. That's why I'm not that successful.
You heard it here first.
'Cause I don't want
Trey
to be.
does not want to get that successful.
Netflix calls me every day. Please let us make you the guy. I'm like, no.
Yeah, you're kind of holding yourself back.
Well, I remember when
Wow.
Madison Square Garden reached out, and you're like, "Wow, how I don't want to get
criteria
lost in the
and-
arena." I mean, that's huge. And we got Thomas, and
He wouldn't let me go hang out with Taylor Swift. She wanted me to hang out, but
Yeah,
he
she
said
was
like
on
we
our-
couldn't get in the limelight, so I had to say no.
That's actually a real conversation. If for some weird reason you got in the Taylor Swift sphere, you'd have to think long and hard if you want to do that to yourself.
Oh, I would think 2 seconds. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Taylor. You need a new friend.
We just
So-
be tall blondies. Me, Brittany, Taylor.
that would be wild. I mean, that's like the next closest thing to winning the lottery, where it's like your life is immediately changed, and you're gonna have to like figure some stuff out, like
Yeah.
hire
Go out
security,
and about.
I would
move,
definitely need to hire a nanny.
nanny. Yeah, that's what they say when you win the lottery. You got to get a nanny.
I'm done raising these kids. For sure.
I have to go hang out with Taylor.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Now, around New Year's, everyone's upset. The resolutions, ins, outs. I'm in on Gypsy Rose. I'm out on her mom.
Good.
In on, wanting to be better and change this. Maybe you want to organize this. Take your supplements. It's too much. But you know what isn't? Getting your mind right. And with therapy, you do that. Therapy helps you find your strengths so you can ditch the extreme resolutions and make changes that really stick. And if you've benefited from therapy like I have, you should do it.
I'm in on BetterHelp. I'm outside of my own thoughts right now. I'm outside of my own head.
I've done therapy. I love it. You've heard us talk about it, and BetterHelp's a great choice if you're thinking about giving therapy a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule.
That's right. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist. Switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Celebrate the progress you've already made. Visit BetterHelp.com/correct today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/correct.
New year, same us, but always time to improve. And that's what people say. And a new year is a great time to grow your business. Jake and I both have e-commerce businesses. We're always trying to, how are we putting our brains together? How do we fix it? This and that. And ShipStation has changed the game for us. ShipStation, industry leader with discounts in their shipping, keeping costs down. No matter where you sell or how you ship, your business can grow with ShipStation. Increase your profitability. Their shipping rates, they have discounts up to 89% off USPS and UPS rates.
That's right. I mean, bottom line, it is the most affordable way to ship everything you sell online. Over 130,000 companies have grown their e-commerce businesses with ShipStation, and 98% of those companies that stick with ShipStation for a year become customers for life.
That's pretty good retention. ShipStation has changed the game for us. Let it change the game for your business. Make this year the most profitable one for you with ShipStation. Use promo code TREY today at ShipStation.com to sign up for your free 30-day trial. That's ShipStation.com. Promo code TREY. New year, getting in shape. You guys have heard it. I'm trying to cold plunge every day. That's annoying, right? But also trying to work out. And I'm busy. I'm a dad. I'm touring. So I sometimes I don't know. I guess I'll just do more burpees like in my dressing room. How depressing is that? But the Fitbod app has changed it for me. It creates a personalized workout routine based on your goals, fitness level, available equipment, and adapts as you improve. Each workout will be challenging, push you to make progress. I'm having a blast. In the few weeks I've used it, it's already showed me better ways to do movements, over 1,000 demonstration videos. It's kept my workouts fresh. I never know what it's going to be. And I can see the improvement. The app tracks it. I love it. So show up and let Fitbod handle the rest. Join Fitbod today to get your personalized workout plan. Get 25% off your subscription or try the app free at fitbod.me/Trey. That's fitbod.me/Trey. Come on, let's get fit together, Recties. We can do it. Go to Fitbod, check it out. You're going to love it. And let me know how your progress is, all right? We're doing no more burpees, okay? We're having fun.
I have a video for you guys to watch. Text it in the group, Derek. If you can, try to click on it before we see I don't want them to see the thumbnail of it. I just want you to see this because you guys are pretty anti-dog. Where are you at on cats?
Way more anti.
I'm really? Anti-dog culture. Love a dog.
Okay.
Dog, come up, pet the dog, get away from me. Don't lick me. I might bop you. Love the dog though. Cats, again, I'm not anti-cat. The cat walks around, that's fine. I don't know why you'd get a cat. I don't know what it adds to your life, but it's there.
Rachel is a little bit more cat than I am. And
a little, you're like kind of nervous.
Yeah.
Type of cat level.
Like, you don't have...
Like, she's like, I don't want a cat now. But the keyword is now.
Exactly. And she's like, I mean, I probably wouldn't want a cat. And I'm like, well, just to make sure that never changes, because it sounds like it's wavering. But so I've never felt like I wanted one. We had some growing up, but it's because we lived on a farm and they just show up and most of them had 6 toes. I think I've talked about that before. But I saw this video and I was like, if I was ever to get a cat, I think it might be this one. But I want to know your thoughts.
They were running off from Gypsy Rose's house.
Maybe.
Finding refuge.
I don't know what was going on. A lot of them had 6 toes.
No.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't know. I didn't know the video started with it. That's my bad.
What kind of cat is that?
I think a bobcat.
Is it a literal bobcat?
I don't know.
It's the size of a Labrador. 6 months. So that's next to a normal cat.
Is it, or is it just a shaved of the same one? I'm very confused. Why are there so many different kinds of cats in this video?
It's not an amazing
Is she also
video.
a tiny person?
No, look at it compared to that dog.
Oh.
Ew, it has like red eyes.
Ew. She has so many animals, dude.
I know, there are way too many animals in this video.
All right, just pause it there. Let's just...
What's happening?
See, I was like initially attracted to it because I was like, the best thing a cat can do is be similar to a dog. And I was like, if it can be cuddly and big like a dog, then that's a good cat.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I really, really hate cats, but I get what you're saying.
That litter box has to be
I was trying to look up what kind of cat did they say it was.
The whole bag, it's a sand volleyball litter bar.
Yeah.
What they said it was a Kusa cat?
Sand volleyball.
What kind of cat did it say?
I think it said Mancoon or something like that. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I think she's kind of doing the fisherman's thing where you hold up the fish in front of you to make it seem a little bigger. She's fully extended, I think.
It's an optical illusion.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
She seems like a tiny person, too.
But I feel like in her caption or the comments, it said that this cat won't stop growing until it's like 4 or 5, and it's only 12 months right now.
So it's a grown man.
It's called a Mancoon?
Maine, like the state.
Oh. Maine Coon.
Maine Coon.
Yeah, they're about... On average, the cost of one is between $4,000 and $6,000.
Holy cow! That's how you know it's a good cat, though. It's because you're buying a tiger.
Right. This is not a house cat. This is a...
Yeah, how do you feed it? Like, is it safe to...
Maine Coon. So they're just the raccoons of the north.
Yeah, these are just running around everywhere.
In the forests of Maine.
I mean,
like, let's sell these.
We'll
sell these to white girls in Iowa.
It does kind of look like a forest cat. Like you would find it in like the wildflowers.
It's majestic, dude.
Yeah, so cat lovers out there, let me know. Thoughts, like if I'm going to get a cat, it either needs to be like the most hillbilly redneck cat that showed up on my property, or I'm getting the Maine Coon.
Maine Coon.
Wow.
All or nothing on cats.
Yeah, you say, Rachel, you better be $5,000 sure you want a cat because that's all we're getting. It's gonna be a liger.
Oh, it kind of scares me.
That girl, she had a map on the wall behind her. I feel like the cat people. That all made sense. She had plants and a map of like I've been to this place.
Well, I think
I've
the
been
map
to Maine, pick it up.
Map is all the places that she's like the cat has wandered off to, and they found it. Like I found it in Illinois one time. And that was a bummer. And just that's what they do.
I think she had
every time I
cats and a
see it on the
dog.
news of like local tiger escapes from zoo.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's me. That's just little Priscilla. How many animals is acceptable for a household? I think it's
3. 4 if the fourth one is not a mammal, like a fish or something that barely even exists.
Sure. 3 mammals plus 2 fish. Maybe a reptile.
Yeah.
Are you saying like
2 fish equals 1
doesn't
reptile.
matter what the mammals are? Could it be 2 dogs, a cat? Is 3 dogs too much?
I'm willing to go any direction on the mammals. Just 3 mammals,
3.
2 fish,
3 is
which
a
is the
lot.
equivalent of 1
3
reptile.
is a lot.
3
Yeah.
gets wild.
But I also don't like animals. In case that hasn't been clear.
I think I think I was gonna put some stipulations on the size of the third mammal, but I think it can be any size. I think you could have 3 golden retrievers.
You could have 3.
And that's the max.
You could have 3 Great Danes.
Great Danes. I
Yeah,
love
why are
dogs,
people out here
but
getting Great Danes?
I don't- yeah,
it's
I don't
just
know.
a shock value dog. You don't love it, actually. It only lives like 6 years.
Oh, wow.
the Great Dane. Yeah, it's like what's the equivalent of? I don't know. Like having like a mohawk or something. It's so people in public will say, "Whoa, looky there," or something like that, because that's what they do.
Yeah.
They say, "Whoa, take your horse to the park today?" No, this is just Rocco.
Yeah.
He's a Great Dane. That's what they love.
Is he like a big one? And no, they're all this size. Yeah.
Believe it or not,
He's just-
18 months. Yeah, 18 months old. Yeah, no
was
one
a-
ever believes it.
There was a Great Dane in the coffee shop, the one we always go to.
It takes up the whole place.
Yeah.
You can't even go order your coffee.
Yeah, Thomas hasn't been around that many dogs, and so especially a big one like that, definitely scared. He's like, "What is this? Like, this is humongous."
They are shockingly big every time you see a Great Dane.
I imagine they're dumps. I mean,
Oh, okay. That is the one thing I really. Okay, put all my animal prejudice aside. It's just like you're cleaning up something dumber than use poop. Like
the food chain doesn't work this way.
I was gonna, like, it shouldn't be going this way.
Yeah,
like,
how are the dogs getting us? We're like providing them shelter
Yes. And you're over there with your hands scooping up their poop.
Imagine having to publicly scoop a Great Dane's poo. I mean, you gotta have 2 hands. It's like a Chipotle burrito, I'm sure.
That's
so true. It's like if you were chilling on the beach and a great white popped out and like served you breakfast. Like, why is it doing
Well, like,
that?
yeah,
It should
every
just
now and
eat
then
me.
the food chain reverses.
So that's my take, is that it's kind of reversed a little bit with the dogs.
It goes against how does this play out in thousands of years? Evolution style.
Dogs are in control.
Start using toilets. Someone has a bit about this. I forget who it is. Some comedian talks about like if the aliens looked down, I think it's Seinfeld maybe, looked down and saw us, they would think the dogs were in charge because they would see us cleaning up their poop and feeding them and everything. Wow, I guess the dogs are the kings and queens of our society.
Do you guys ever put a dog down?
Oh yeah.
Just old school with a gun in the back?
No. It
wasn't
we
that?
did it. Yeah, I think my dad's era growing up, they did that a couple times. You know, old
I had
Yeller
a couple
style.
country friends, and I'd never heard of this, but it blew my mind. That's very common out in the country. It's like my dad, when it was time, my dad would go about and just shoot them.
I think my dad would have. I think my mom was like, "Go to the vet." My dad's like, "It's what, $250 to put him down?"
Yeah.
But they did happen. We had to put 2 down. One dog got
I'll
sick.
do it for free, and it's way more fun. Steve. What, you guys did that, Derek? Country style?
We had to with one. Got rabies.
Yeah.
Wow.
my
How do you get
gosh.
rabies?
It's scary.
We lived on a golf course.
Gypsy Rose's mom?
Lived on a golf course, and it was in our yard, and then something attacked it. Like,
Bit it.
yeah.
Yeah, rabies is the saddest way for a dog to go because all of a sudden it's just not your dog
not at
anymore.
all.
It's just like it's a
You've
monster.
seen no rabies dog?
I've seen Old Yeller.
Oh.
A couple other movies that
So why
depict.
why can dogs get rabies and we have a vaccine in us or something? Why don't we get
No,
it?
I think humans can get rabies.
No, we got
can,
it
but, like-
solved though.
But how we have it? So we just have medicine that works instantly, but it doesn't for the dogs.
Yeah, good question. They don't have dog rabies figured
Because
out.
I've heard rabies is like lethal. If you get
It's
it, you
terrible.
die. So
Yeah.
how do
Water too, right?
How do we
Don't
not
you,
get
like,
it?
You can't drink water.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How do we not? Derek, tell us.
Dogs aren't in charge anymore because we
Wait,
don't.
people don't get rabies?
No, have you heard of anyone dying of rabies? No, we figured it out. I don't know what we did.
I saw a TikTok recently of someone that did get it, and there's something with water that they couldn't have.
They have this like deathly fear of water. They like can't drink it.
Yeah.
But I feel like the clips I've seen of that, they're always in like
India.
Bangladesh or something.
Are they like
that's
foaming
exactly
at the
what I
mouth? Didn't that happen?
Always
The
in
dogs do.
Bangladesh. They're
I don't
gross
know.
over there. Well,
I don't know if
many
the
of them.
humans foam.
What is it? What'd you find?
I remember my dad did have to go in and we put it was the one dog that didn't get hit by a car. So it was the dog that lived like 16 years. Really made up for the dogs that did get hit by cars. But, you know, it's just the end of her life. It's just like quality of life's not very good. And anyway, my dad had to go to the Humane Society and like drop off the dog. And he said it was one of the worst experiences of his life. Because he's like, just get it over with. And like, in a few minutes, sir. And he's like, can we just get it done? Like, we'll let you spend a few more minutes with it. He's like, I'm tired. Like, loading the dog in the car was already the worst thing I've ever had to go through. Then I had to drive her here. And now you're saying, spend a few more minutes with it. And they kept being like, Steve, 1 second. He's like, just get it over with. I'm tired of like,
He
Petting
starts
this
Will Smith in the lobby. You do it or I do it. Rabies. So you only get it through being bit by a rabid animal, which is easy to avoid. So that's probably part of it. And then, the dogs get vaccinated.
oh,
Right.
Yeah, so out in the country, you don't vaccinate your dogs. Don't do it. Vaccinate people. Sure don't do the dogs.
This is just
Rabies.
a lot of info
I thought
there.
there'd be more
World Health
people,
Organization.
not dogs.
We know they're full of crap. I don't believe in doctors at all.
Oh, wow.
We never vaccinated our dogs because we didn't want them to get Asperger's.
Yeah, myocarditis. You're allowed 3 mammals, 1 reptile, and 2 fish. That is generous.
That is generous. I agree.
Yeah, I
And
think
that's still crazy people stuff. But it's allowed.
I just can't see a reason to ever own a reptile. I mean, Brad were talking about this the other day. Can you name a good one?
Komodo dragon.
Turtle, I guess.
Komodo dragon for sure. It's really cool.
That's the closest thing we have to dinosaurs. You gotta watch out.
Those are sick. But no, you can't have those as pets though.
I was going to say, who has that as a pet?
My in-laws, they all have like the crazy weird animals.
They have Komodo dragons.
No,
I need to go over there.
a newt.
A newt?
What is
Yeah.
that?
Uh,
Does it
Sounds
look like
slippery.
Look like
But
a
yeah, are they one of the
gecko?
wet ones? I don't like the wet ones.
What do you
The wet
mean?
ones seem poisonous.
Yeah.
Anything that
just-
like is permanently like wet on its back.
Oh,
You know, like a frog or a.
ew.
like a bearded dragon's kind of
Like
cool.
slimy.
What is a pet though?
It
Then
looks like a
again-
gecko.
I don't want anything super dry either.
Scaly, where they're shedding their skin everywhere.
Yeah,
Oh,
gross.
they shed.
That's real gross.
I don't
See?
know why you'd have a reptile. You had a
Yeah.
reptile in your house. Katie, they had weird animals.
You
My
grew up with a reptile?
my brother had a snake. That was the most shocking. The fact that my mom let him out was so shocking.
He must have been going through a tough time. They're like, let him have this
Honestly,
thing.
and I think she would keep like books piled on top of the cage too. Like this thing is like staying in, but it was the kind where you'd have to feed them like a mouse.
Yeah, seen
So
that.
it was this like neighborhood event where all the kids would come
Every
over.
kid from every
window.
trailer.
Feeding time!
Yes.
Triangle.
Yes, they would all go into our basement or in the yard or where. I never watched it. I didn't care. But it was this. There would be a huge group of kids come to watch the snake eat the mouse.
Yeah, I remember one time the classic kids. You buy the beta fish.
Yeah. Mhm.
How if you put them together, they just kill each other.
Yeah.
So we did that once. Like,
That's
it'd be sick, and then you
horrible.
do it, and within like seconds, we were like, oh no. You're like, I hate watching it. We like separated them. We're like, let's not tell anyone about this.
Yeah,
That's why I'm shocked. Like Michael Vick can do like dog. There had to be someone, at least someone in like the Michael Vick dog fighting circle who showed up like, I got money on Roscoe. This would be sick. And then it starts, and he was like, oh my gosh.
This is why you don't go hunting.
Yeah.
Some guy had to fake it there. He's like, yeah. Poor puppies.
Yeah,
Pay up.
I just can't.
It's pretty sick.
I couldn't even watch the little fish do it.
I don't think I've seen anything like that, but Either way.
Brutal.
Don't get Great Danes. Don't get reptiles. Anything else I'm okay with.
Cool. Okay, let's wrap up with some more fan emails here. You got to hear Katie. Are you thinking about Thomas?
Mm-hmm.
Is that all you're thinking about over there?
No.
So how's it been sleeping through the night?
Did you know he woke up last night, but he slept through it, but he was just like for like 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. He's doing much better. The jet lag really got Thomas, but we're
back.
Doing better.
We have, if you queue up a dramatic reading,
Did you say Chipotle?
The guy from Chipotle's back.
Okay, that's what I was
The guy
like.
from Chipotle's back. Okay. That wasn't just on my mind.
Okay.
Which, by the way, I had Chipotle yesterday. I've, for the last 75 times been to Chipotle, I get the healthy way. It's like a nice way to get a good healthy meal. So it's nothing fun about it. Rice, beans, chicken, move on. And I got a burrito bowl. Yesterday, I go, you know what? I haven't done this Chipotle in a long time. Burrito, queso, guac, chicken, cheese. Oh, and it made me, I was going through a headspace where I was like, is Chipotle overrated? It is not. It's just the best.
I got Chipotle yesterday. Guy right away goes, all right, what are we getting? I said, burrito, please. And he's like, okay, what do you want? I was like, white rice, no beans, chicken. Great, coming right up. Just boom, first step, burrito puts brown rice on it. And I was like, how do you, come on, dude. Come on, dude.
You went with it.
You had a 50, oh yeah, of course I did. I didn't say a word. But in my head, I'm like, you have a 50% chance of getting it right. The odds that you would take the information I gave you and then still get it wrong, astronomical. White versus brown?
Do you think that he like realized it? He's kind of just like, well, I'm just going to go with it.
I already scooped it up.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just the same thing.
Yeah.
Not a huge deal.
So if you cue up the music, please. Do you remember our, this Recti sent in a while back, this guy was real fired up. She's like, FYI, this guy works at Chipotle. Mm-hmm. So he's back with more inspo.
Okay.
Titled Freedom, the song.
Ooh, Freedom. 30. How do you sum up a decade? I looked through 10 years of photos to try and define what lessons I have learned. And what I saw was smiles and laughter. Years and years of laughing.
Oh, double laughter.
Good times and smiles.
Happy guy.
That's crazy.
All those years have now left wrinkles. Sorry, am I reading this too slow? All of those years have now left wrinkles around the edges of All of those years have now left wrinkles around the edges of my eyes from all of those good times. Those wrinkles are a testament to myself that through all my trials, failures, and hard times, I still find a reason to smile or laugh.
Or laugh, or laugh.
I now stand as a man full of love, gratitude, and purpose. I stand firm in who I am and as a shield for all my friends and family.
A shield?
My grandfathers would be proud.
All right.
A shield for what?
They fought World War II. I'm a shield of smiles and or laughter. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. I carry those I've lost closely always, and I stand as an example to all that you can make it. It's going to hurt, it's going to be hard, and it'll make you question everything, and I know what it's like to give up. I've been there. Stand back up. Dust it off and keep pushing. You will find it, and by God is it worth every bit of pain. Rise and rise again until the lambs become lions. Be the lion.
What is this guy?
You know,
How do you even write that?
I do kind of feel like he mentioned lost loved ones.
Would you like guac with that?
I kind of feel like maybe he did lose someone in his life, and
That's not the point of the segment.
maybe he's really forcing the smiles and the laughter.
You know what I caught? He said, I carry with me all those that I've lost.
Yeah.
So he just has urns with him at all times. His multiple things of ashes.
Just wearing a weighted vest as he makes the burritos. It's a lot of work.
Carries him
Smiled
with him.
though, and he laughed.
Is
Sometimes
definitely
he
against
laughed.
food regulations to bring
not
ashes
serve safe.
behind
Not serve
the
safe.
counter.
Here you go, sir. Hey, this one's on me. Got a little bit of granny in this one.
I was wearing a hairnet. Boss, if you're watching, I was wearing a hairnet.
What happened to hairnets? They don't make you do that anymore. These people
you
are in
don't
Chipotle slaving away. getting hair in the beans.
They don't wear hairnets?
You don't see a lot of hairnets.
This is a Stanley mustache thing, I feel like. Does he have one or not? I feel like they do, right?
You think Chipotle people wear hairnets? Is it like the Berenstein Bears thing? It's like you never notice how it was spelled?
Mandela effect.
Yeah, we go to Chipotle with they're wearing nets. You just forget?
I don't
think they are.
I don't think they are.
No.
No.
Oh. They do not need to wear them.
Because
The food's
They're
healthy
vaccinated.
enough. Oh, yeah, that too. Dude, that was so wild. Was that a Facebook status?
Facebook. Love you guys.
It went from like, I looked through my old photos very quickly to like, I hold a shield for my family, be a lion.
and I think overall it was a birthday post.
Oh, yeah, it was his birthday.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Overall,
yeah.
it was a birthday post.
30. How do you sum up a decade?
How do you sum up a decade?
3 decades.
Like,
How
no one's asking you to sum up. How do you do it, though?
how wrinkled do you think he is? It sounds like he's pretty wrinkled.
He
That's
smiles
what's
a lot.
offensive too. 30. All the
So
wrinkles.
wrinkled.
Like, I mean, come on, man.
Man.
Like, are
You can start talking
describing-
about wrinkles in your 40s.
Yeah.
Another rec to email. Again, email us, correct@treyking.com. He goes, what's up, gang? My name is Andrew, born and raised in Kansas City, currently living in Atlanta
Oh.
with my wife and daughter. We got a baby boy on the way. Wow, hitting all the spots. Started listening to the pod from in 2021 and finally got caught up last year, and I keep up each week. It was painful having to listen through 2021 because I got to the episodes where the first tour was underway and COVID was ramping up, and COVID would get a show canceled, and Trey would have so much hope, and you just keep listening and think, oh no, he has no idea. That would be really funny. Like, guys, we're going to finally do it. He's like, Omicron's coming. Anyway, I think we'd all agree that one of the most vicious groups of people out there are moms around the topic of pregnancy. When my wife was pregnant with our daughter, we were shocked by the amount of strong opinions around pregnancy, delivery, and how it should be done, and the constant shaming, et cetera, et cetera. Nothing gets people more riled up, it seems, than dudes giving their commentary on the miracle of life. So, Trey, Jake, and Family Man, I'd love to hear your hot takes on the pregnancy and all the things surrounding that. Well, thank you, Andrew. I'd love to. It's nice to finally be asked my opinion on this.
Probably a male perspective.
A male
We get left
perspective.
out, yeah.
We get left out. I remember, I'll tell you what I didn't like. I didn't like running to the hospital, and it's like, oh my gosh, we're delivering our firstborn. It's exciting. And the first thing that happens, you walk in, they go, sir, sit down. You're not allowed to come in. And they take him away. And I just sit in the waiting room by myself for 15 minutes. And she had to convince them that she's like, I do know this guy. And it's okay. And then I was finally welcomed back. And so when I got back there, I slapped her.
Trey, oh my God. That was too far. Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine? They finally let you back there. And hey, why'd you leave me back there?
I mean,
Like, okay, now you have to leave.
it is pretty sad that is like that is a safety measure that they have to take of like just the woman goes back and they have to be like,
That's a good safety measure.
you know, do you want this man in here with you?
Yeah. How sad would that be if somebody's just like, no, you got to get him out of here.
Yeah, she's
But
like, please help me. That's
I don't know.
very
I feel
sad.
like if we get down the road, baby 3, something like that, we've been through it, maybe we fought the morning of, I think you'd send me home.
Yeah,
I think she might. And
that's
now
what
I'm having to argue, like, no, come, what do you mean? I'm paying for this thing. Let me in. Like, no. She said no.
That's the
She said no.
conversation we would have.
What?
You're paying for this thing.
Don't expect to get paid then.
Oh my gosh. You are going to get, I mean, people are coming after you in
Canceling
this
the
comment
count.
section.
You see a guy bang out of a hospital window. That's my child.
I paid for it.
I paid for it.
Ew.
People are like, excuse me. Yeah, you understand, right?
I kind of forgot about that part of it.
You did?
Yeah.
I remember I had to have it explained to me. I remember being furious. Like, what am I sitting? She's in labor right now.
I forgot
And they're like,
about
sir,
that.
you can come in. And because I've been told, that Family Man, it was a long few days of, there's a few female professionals in that hospital that would walk into our room and not even look at me. I mean, they didn't care. I think they'd come in and be like, how's the baby? And they'd be like, Mom, how are you too? How are you too? And no one asked.
Well, you had nothing medical happen to
no. I think
They're a medical professional doing their job, which is medicine.
I think they wanted to ask me, how are you doing, sir? We hope you're doing bad.
Yeah.
Are you doing
sure.
good?
I'm
Because
sure.
that's a problem to us.
I was a little thirsty one time and they didn't ask.
Yeah, right?
Your heart rate
Like-
is probly slightly higher.
Yeah.
They could ask, hey, how's your blood pressure? How's your anxiety levels? Are you cold? Get you a light jacket.
White noise.
Blue noise, brown noise. I've learned about the colors of noises recently. A lot of good ones.
I don't think women who get C-sections should get a push present.
You are just. I mean,
how'd you even think of that?
I mean, if you want some people to get angry at you and you want to elevate your status a little bit more,
No pushing
this
at all.
is the way to do
No
it.
pushing at all.
Where's my push
If they
present?
do a Caesar section, I do not think they should get a push
Caesar-
present.
Caesar section. What would you? Do they get like a
They should get a present.
A
but not
removal
push
present.
Yes, an extraction gift.
extraction? Like it's a weapon of mass
This is
destruction.
why men are not asked. This is why.
Andrew wants this. Andrew's asking for it.
Has your wife ever mentioned a push present, Derek?
I finally got her one it was kind of a Christmas and push present.
Nah,
Oh gosh,
I got her a
so
push
bad.
present. It was about 3 weeks ago on a Monday.
Otto's.
I guess when your first was born, push presents weren't fully in full swing. Now, the push present did you got it for her after the fact? I guess
After the third kid, yeah. So,
Do some,
I don't know if this counts as push present. This is a
Push,
mom
push,
present.
push
Yeah.
present.
she's like, "What's it for?" And you're like, "Christmas and pushing."
The first
and
three.
So anniversry would be cool.
Her
do you
birthday's
think it should be
also
for?
the day after Christmas too. Like no joke.
Oh,
So it was
triple,
both
yeah.
of those. It was really cool though.
It was
It's a good
sick.
gift.
I got her new
What
drum.
was it?
A ring set with all the kids.
Oh, that's a push present I've ever heard.
That's what I'm still waiting on.
I'm not.
No, well, that's what because the push present. I think some women do they expect to have like the gift wrapped gift there in the hospital to them.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's
very presumptuous
Get it
of-
together and grab a gift. It's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah. You got to grab the baby bag. You got to
Yeah.
drive to the hospital. Can't forget the push present. Got to wrap
So I
it.
say we had to bring the gift bags for the nurses.
I
I'll
brought
never get over that.
I brought gift bags for nurses, and I also brought a gift for you.
Wow.
What'd you get me?
I bought you that book that says like Thomas loves Dad. It was really cute. You don't remember it?
I
No,
remember.
I
No,
definitely
no.
remember it.
I
Where is it?
remember
I haven't seen it since.
you
think it's
texted
in
me a
this
picture of it.
bookshelf.
Okay.
You texted me a picture of it. Like,
Yeah.
how cool
you
is
believe
this
this?
that Katie got me this? And I said, unreal, man. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Do you give it to me in the hospital? Mm-hmm. Wow. What'd I give you?
Still waiting.
No, I did something. I did something cute for you.
Well, we are going to get me a ring.
That's
just
We
hasn't
did have a
happened
whole
yet.
discussion where she said she would prefer to go pick out the ring she really wants, and we're 10 months later hasn't done it. So
Well, I picked it out. I just need to order it. But it's kind
I
of
like that.
where
Just why don't you just wait till we're done?
I want
and then we can retroactively get them.
because I want like that. I want a band for each kid that we hopefully have.
is that
And
what
so-
I was trying to figure out what a ring set is
It's probably not called that, but
Oh,
there's,
okay.
there's
Yeah.
multiple rings. So
for each kid.
yeah.
a ring stack?
Ring stack.
Jake, do you have any other hot takes?
About pregnancy? Why does it take so long? You hear 18 hours of labor? What are you doing in there? Push. Part of that comes from curiosity. Part of that is, what do they do for 18 hours in there?
Yeah.
Does anyone know?
Yes.
Theoretically, if I wanted to know, would you answer?
I'm like kind of curious, like
I
what
mean,
does happen?
They just sit there or walk
Labor.
around and kind of wince in pain every 5 to 10 minutes.
Wins in pain.
and I'm like, ooh,
I mean, yeah, that's exactly.
because
I
I
mean,
know
you were. That was early on. You weren't screaming yet. Not the full blown labor, but you just every 10 minutes you kind of go.
Yeah, when it was like the very, very start of labor, but
It was most of it. That was most of the time. Like you were in labor for what? 12 hours?
a little
See?
longer than that.
A little longer, but like
Yeah.
what happened.
9 hours of that was what I perceived to be lesser pain than the 3 hours of severe pain.
Yes, it does
correct?
get progressively worse.
Yes, okay.
But because it takes your body, it's like you go into labor and then your body has to prepare. So then it has to kind of like,
You're like charging up.
open up but baby still has to drop a little bit further down, like in position. And
It's like, do you
I never
remember-
thought about getting the
they
baby in
kinda
a position.
you remember when the Monstars went from those tiny guys to like that's what basically happens to the female body.
yeah, I mean,
It just it takes
that's
longer.
what
To
I
touch
felt
a
like.
basketball first.
I mean, I didn't have an epidural for the entire part of that labor.
Wait,
and I
the
felt
first 9 or the first
the
whole?
entire, I didn't get an epidural until right before I pushed him out. So the actual like painful labor contractions.
You felt Eve's sin the first 9 hours.
I did. I think I blocked out about an hour of it.
Were you trying to go the whole time without?
No, it was busy night and took them a long time to get there.
Oh, take back those gifts.
Yeah.
You were ready to have it hours beforehand.
Yeah.
Well, it's really not. Well, you were kind of late on the call. Katie's a little.
We sent the play call in late.
Yeah, we sent the play
call time out.
I did want to wait a little bit of time.
And it's very Kate, and I knew that would happen because Katie's a little like foresty. You know, I'm like,
let's just see.
My head hurts. What should I do? I'm like, take medicine. She's like, I don't know. I'm not going to do that. Like, well, it's probably going to hurt. So she's like, I want to last as long as I possibly can before I do it. And I'm just thinking, I just feel like you're going to wish you had ordered this sooner. But
yeah, but it did take them over an hour to get there, which doesn't usually take that long.
And yours kind of progressed all of a sudden. And
yeah, so it was...
Yeah, you don't like call in, you don't like order a pizza when you're starving. You like need to see it coming a little bit because you know they're not quick. It's going to take a while.
But see, that's the issue is that I do that. Yeah, I do. I eat. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm really hungry. Now I need to think about food. So that is definitely.
I just need to see it, I think, because a couple weeks ago I had nachos for lunch and then I had Jose peppers for dinner. A couple days later, I find myself in a bit of an 18-hour labor situation.
Mm-hmm. Contractions.
Yeah, a little wincing,
sweating,
a little bit of...
You can feel your pelvis throbbing.
Yeah, and I was like, I need to get it lower. And what do? I didn't take an epidural. I didn't have any nurses. And I widened my stance a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I hung on to the handicap railing.
This is way too much detail.
And I got it done. It's a beautiful story.
What's the difference?
It took like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Just curious, did it weigh almost 10 pounds?
I measured it. It was 22 inches, so it was healthy. Dad and Turd are healthy.
Any hot takes, family man?
Trying to get something with the umbilical cord. How we are pretty brave for. Did you get to cut Thomas's?
Oh, he said no.
I refused.
He said no.
Really?
Yeah,
I refused.
I said I said in the heat of it, like, would you want to cut it? And I was like, I don't know. Why would I do that? Like, you can if you want. I was like, will you knock off some of the cost on the bill since I'm working now?
He did not say that.
And they were like, what? No. And then they're like, what? You have to leave now. And
He was like, I paid for this.
I paid for this. What's that cost? You did it for all three?
No, only for the last one. Couldn't with the other ones. We had some issues. So.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Wow, I finally got to do it. That's cool.
When you get the bill for labor, is it itemized? Like, is it like umbilical cording, $700? Like,
yeah.
Is everything
not like that? No. You could probably ask for one like that. But
it just says like labor, $40,000 or something. Like it's just all one item.
Yeah, we need it itemized.
It was $100,000. Yeah.
Is it really?
No.
Complimentary.
See,
yeah.
I don't know.
Like checking cervix, complimentary. Bursting water.
Checking cervix again,
Like,
complimentary.
that was $800 when they did that.
They didn't
Should
do
have thought
that.
twice. I love the idea of a guy who's that conscientious. He's in the middle of it. Like, ma'am, I think what we could do is we could pop your water for you, kind of get this thing going. Like, okay, what's that cost? Sir, what? Because that's the only thing in our economy where you're after the fact, like, here's the made up cost of it. You're like, I guess I agreed to all that.
And guys who are 32 years old still have no idea the scope of what it's going to cost.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought 40 grand might
What
have
did
been.
it cost us? Did you keep that from me?
Yeah, pre-insurance.
Don't tell me. Do I want to know?
We have insurance, so it wasn't.
How much?
I don't remember exactly.
Is it like $800? Is it $8,000?
It was it was a couple thousand after insurance and stuff. It just depends on your insurance, what they cover and stuff, and what. I mean, I had a pretty
Sounds
textbook.
like a push present.
I had a pretty textbook.
So if
labor,
you draw it out,
so-
they charge you more.
Ooh, C-section.
Yeah.
Quite a bit more expensive.
So we had one
Yeah.
of those. It was
Because I guess there's a little surgery
Yeah, if
involved.
the baby has to go to the NICU. I mean, there could be a lot of other expenses, but
Wow. Yeah, it says average, 20 grand, and then you pay 2 to 3 grand.
yeah.
So not 100 grand.
Yeah. Wow. What a bargain now.
You've been saving up, haven't you? Yeah.
I've been saving.
Wow, yeah.
Just so confused.
3-year salary.
Jake's just in a house that he's like, wow, I can afford double the house. I had no idea.
I can get a TV now. I was really cutting the cords.
I don't know.
For labor.
He just has conversations with people. He's like, I mean, I don't know. Kids cost more than a house, a down payment. So we're just waiting.
We're just waiting until
We're
it
waiting.
makes sense financially. How do they have 4? How do they pull that off?
They spend $1 million in the hospital.
Done a home birth.
Yeah, that's why people
right.
do home births.
Yeah. Alrighty, that's let's wrap it up there. Thanks, Recties. Get your tickets, TreyKing.com/tour. Oh, I want to mention too. So this I was trying to give the Recties an inside scoop.
Yeah,
Now I
I'm
learned.
sorry I asked you the cities.
I just really the people of Raleigh. The Recties of Raleigh. I'm very sorry. That's not happening.
Oh, it's
yet.
not? Oh.
that was happening that March weekend, and I guess there was complications. It's being pushed to summer, and we'll get there at the summer. I don't know yet when we will. So I learned. So in comes Norfolk, Virginia, with the backup. So shout out Norfolk. I think that's how they say it.
Be careful there.
I'll probably just say Virginia.
We're gonna look. They always tell you Norfolk. It's Norfolk.
I don't think it's that.
That's what I'm reading. Now I'm in my head. Anyway, see y'all there.
You know where you live.
You know. And we'll see you at Springfield. Hopefully Gypsy will be there. Please be respectful if Gypsy shows up. Right? That's the least we can do.
Yep.
Okay? Don't make jokes. Don't roast her.
Nope. She's one of us.
Norfolk.
Whoa.
Wait, say it again. Listen.
Norfolk.
Trey.
Again, I am saved by the skin of my teeth from being a bad boy. I told you that's what it is. It's weird to say.
That's a weird robot
Welcome to
voice.
Norfolk.
Well, he's saying nor, I think, still.
And right here, it's either or.
Oh.
You'll hear both from the locals. I'll show you all.
Okay,
around.
yeah. Just, show me.
Thanks, guys. Subscribe. See you next week. Peace.
Correct opinion.